forgiveness. The closer relationships become, the more highly polished they are as a mirror into your psyche and soul. Most intimate relationships have reflected my greatest brilliance and my worst fears and self-judgments. This can be seen as unfortunate if your goal is to keep all this hidden. But then, you must not have read the fine print on the contract for living on this planet. Relationships here are meant to ultimately disperse all illusions and bring us back to the core of our truth. Along the way, only the tool of forgiveness can keep us from being bogged down in the mire of past shame and blame games of our ego. As Joshua states in Love Without End, forgiveness is a major principle of success. One of the miracles about forgiving is that you cut away anything from the past that did not work for you. The tragedy of a grudge, however, is that it keeps you connected to something that did not work for you, failed you, betrayed you, or let you down. Grudges weigh upon you and distract you from focusing toward success. Resentment makes life into a cluttered disarray that never makes sense. If souls were compared to a moving vehicle, an unforgiving soul could be seen as a dump truck with tin cans dragging off the backside. Clatter, clatter, clang, clang. If you listen, you can hear them coming. Forgiveness is made complete, not by forgetting, but rather by understanding what went wrong and how it happened. Usually things go wrong because an understanding, ability, capacity, or readiness for an opportunity was incomplete in the first place. You'll not make it right by forgetting and then doing the same thing again. Besides, you cannot fully release your grievances against others until you understand your own participation in them. The reason to forgive is to restore love, not to continue an unworkable or unconstructive situation. Forgiveness is eminently practical. You will benefit more from forgiving a neighbor who has accidentally blocked your driveway than to forgive an act of terrorism on the other side of the earth. The closer an offender is to your life, the more important it is to forgive. By this same measure of truth, I hope you realize that the most crucial person to forgive is yourself. If everyone forgave himself and those close to him, the world would take care of itself. Now, I recently gave a eulogy at my mother-in-law's funeral. I was guided to talk about forgiveness as necessary to getting the full benefits of celebrating the life of a person we love. Not just forgiveness of any grievances we may hold against that person, but forgiveness of ourselves for how we close down our hearts in any relationship we have and have allowed it to become a way of life. I was awed by the incredible healings which took place amongst family members at that funeral. A funeral can be a time of grace when family is gathered for a common sacred purpose. I believe this class is such a time of grace when spiritual family is gathered for a common sacred purpose of being and living the love we are. I invite each of us now to release whatever we need to forgive in our relationships. Let's take a moment and breathe together with this and feel your heart unburden.